There are houses that look completely normal. From the outside, they don't seem dangerous, they don't seem different. But inside, something happened, something so disturbing, that even years later, people still feel it, still hear it, still experience things they can't explain. These aren't just haunted houses. These are places where history never really ended, and tonight, we're going inside 5 of the scariest ones in the world. First is the Villisca House. In Villisca, Iowa, there's a small white house that looks completely ordinary. But in 1912, something happened inside that house that was never solved. The Villisca Axe murder house was the site of a brutal crime. 8 people were killed inside while they slept. No forced entry. No clear suspect and no answers. The case was never solved. The killer was never identified. And that's where the fear begins. Because some believe when something that violent happens without explanation, it doesn't just disappear. Visitors today report hearing children's voices at night, footsteps moving upstairs, doors opening slowly on their own. Some say they wake up and feel someone standing in the room with them, not speaking, not moving, just watching. Next is the Amityville House in Amityville, New York. There's a house that became one of the most famous haunted locations in the world, the Amityville Horror House. In 1974, a man took the lives of his family inside that home. The event shocked the entire country, but what came after is what made the house legendary. A new family moved in, hoping to start fresh, but they didn't stay long. They reported strange smells, cold spots, unexplained noises in the night, and a constant feeling that something was inside the house with them, following them, watching them. Whether every detail is true or not, one thing is certain. The story turned that house into something more than just a place. It became a symbol of fear. Next, we have the Perron family house in Rhode Island. There's an old farmhouse surrounded by quiet land known as the Arnold Estate. In the 1970s, the Perron family moved in. At first, everything seemed normal, but slowly, things began to change. Objects moved on their own. Voices were heard in empty rooms. Figures appeared and disappeared. But what made it more disturbing was the history tied to the land. Local stories spoke of past tragedies, of people who lived and died there, of events that were never fully explained. The family didn't just feel fear, they felt targeted, as if whatever was there was aware of them. Second place is the Winchester House in San Jose, California. There's a house that was never meant to make sense. The Winchester Mystery House, built by Sarah Winchester, who believed she was being haunted. Construction never stopped. Rooms were added constantly. Hallways led nowhere. Stairs ended at ceilings. Doors opened into walls. Some believe it was built this way to confuse spirits, to trap them, or to escape them. Visitors today report footsteps in empty corridors, doors closing behind them, and the overwhelming feeling of being watched in a place designed to disorient you, because sometimes fear doesn't come from what you see. It comes from not understanding where you are. Finally, we have the Watcher House in Westfield, New Jersey. There's a house that proves something even more disturbing. You don't need ghosts for a place to feel haunted. The Watcher House. A family moved in. Everything seemed normal until the letters started arriving, written by someone calling themselves the Watcher. The letters claimed the house had been watched for years. They mentioned details only someone close could know. The tone became darker, more personal, more threatening. The family eventually left, not because of something they saw, but because of something that was real. Someone was watching them. And to this day, no one knows who it was, or if it ever stopped. These houses are real. You can visit them, stand in the same rooms, walk through the same halls. But the question isn't whether they're haunted. The question is, how much of the past still remains in those places? Because sometimes it's not about ghosts. It's about what happened, what people experienced, and what was never explained. And maybe the scariest part of all is knowing that these places still exist, still standing, still silent, waiting for the next person to walk inside. If stories like this stay with you, then don't look away. Stay connected, because there are more places like this, more stories buried in history, and more things that don't have simple explanations. And before you go, tell me this. Would you spend one night in any of these houses completely alone? Or is there one you wouldn't even step inside?